Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. We're in Cleveland, Ohio tonight at the Wolstein Center on the campus of Cleveland State University, home of the Vikings. And first in line at the turnstile is the number one fan of the Heartland, Neely Bob. Good evening to you, my friend. And we have an exciting show tonight. 2 title matches here in Cleveland, including a championship main event as the new Heartland Ladies Champion Portia Perez defends her crown against the former champion Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace, the Juggernaut, was the Heartland Ladies Champion for pretty much the entirety of 2025 until the final show of the year when Portia Perez, with the help of her Canadian Ninja partner Nicole Matthews, took that title. And her first title defense will be here tonight in Cleveland in a rematch against the former champion. Also at the end of 2025, we saw the dominant tag team champions TASHA, STEELZ, and Big SWOLE lose their titles to the team of MK Ultra, MASHA, SLAMOVICH, and Killer Kelly. And those 2 teams will square off again here tonight in Cleveland. Grudge match action. Former tag team partners going at it as EVERETT takes on DAVIENNE, and that is your show, and a couple of new tag teams just making their debut here tonight in Cleveland. Now, before we came to action, there were some preliminary matchups that took place, beginning with a very interesting battle between Luna Vachon and Debbie Malenko. Luna Vachon getting the victory with a top rope splash. Then the team of Regeneration X, Allison Danger and Leva Bates, got the win over the team of Zandra Bale and KC Spinelli, aka Bale Spin. Leva Bates getting the pinfall after the sonic screwdriver, after a bit of confusion occurred as all 4 ladies got into the ring, breaking up a pinfall. Leva was first to her feet. Allison was right there with her, and they put down Zandra with the sonic screwdriver for the pin. Then we saw Miss Jacqueline, a very intense and very capable competitor, pick up a pinfall victory over Ida Mae Martinez by way of the Tornado DDT. And just before we came to air, it was a very controversial and hard-hitting battle between Joni Lauer, aka Chyna, and one member of the Britfits, Martina. They went back and forth until Martina's stablemate Rio came to the ring, and they engaged in a double team attack on Joni Lauer. They were disqualified for that infraction, but in the attack, it was Joni suffering a head injury, and she may be out of action for a while after the actions of Martina and her stablemate Rio. And that brings us to tonight's action, as we say hello to Kathy Evans. Welcome, Kathy, to tonight's broadcast, and we are ready for the opening tag team contest of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, your opening televised matchup of the night is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect for this one. Introducing first, brand new to the Heartland. She stands at 5'5". She weighs 150 pounds. She hails from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Lacey Ryan. Miho Burns joining us as Lacey Ryan makes her way to the ring. Most recently familiar as Zoe Stark in NXT. And I just got my hands on this card. Thanks to Grant Bachoco, I was able to connect with Grant on eBay, and I am now the proud owner of a Lacey Ryan card. This was one of the perennial cards from one of the perennial get-togethers last year that I was unable to attend. So thank you to Grant for hooking me up with Lacey Ryan. And now we present her tag team partner out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She stands at 5'7" and weighs 135 pounds. This is Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, of course, well known to fans of the WWE. And these two were actually paired up in WWE as part of the stable known as the Pure Fusion Collective. I don't know where they got that ridiculous name, but they are together here in Heartland Ladies Wrestling, looking to make a run in the tag team division. And Neely Bob with the update that Lacey is also active in Velvet Championship Wrestling. So here we have the Pure Fusion Collective team of Lacey Ryan and Shayna Baszler, and their opponents, collectively known as Team Hottest Free Agents, from a few years back. Introducing first out of Hackettstown, New Jersey. She stands at 5'2" and weighs 130 pounds. This is the virtuosa DEANNA PURRAZZO. And her tag team partner hails from Seattle, Washington. She stands at 5'4" and weighs 120 pounds. This is Madison Rayne. So Madison Rayne with DEANNA PURRAZZO team hottest free agents, set to take on the Pure Fusion Collective in tonight's opening matchup. All right, Madison Rayne, of course, famous for her exploits in TNA. Also had a very successful run in the independent scene under the moniker of Ashley Lane, and was one of the premier Shimmer Tag Team Champions with her partner Nevaeh. Ashley, actually a native of Columbus, Ohio, but when she took the Madison Rayne moniker, she began billing herself from Seattle, since it rains a lot there, I suppose. And here we go. It will be DEANNA PURRAZZO starting things off for her team against Lacey Ryan. So right out of the chute, we get to see Lacey Ryan in action, and it is Lacey who wins the opening initiative role. And Lacey who comes out with a sling blade. That's an agility move. And so DEANNA is going to be able to sidestep that and take control. And DEANNA now with a face punch, which Lacey is able to avoid. So the first couple of moves, well defended by the respective wrestlers. And now Lacey is going to come out with a series of clotheslines. This is a choice F maneuver, so she will need a roll of 7 or lower to connect on these. But on a roll of 11, once again, wrestling defensively, DEANNA able to dodge the clotheslines. And it is Deandra with a Russian leg sweep that takes Lacey down to the canvas. Deandra now in control against Lacey with another face punt and another successful defense by Lacey Ryan. Lacey comes back with an arm drag and takes DEANNA over and down to the mat. Lacey will now tag in Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, of course, very successful as a tag team wrestler in Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Back in the day when she teamed with Nicole Savoy, they were unstoppable. And now Shayna is in the ring with a back kick onto DEANNA. DEANNA stunned by that. And now another back kick. And this time DEANNA rolls out of the way and gets to her feet. And as they come together, it is DEANNA with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Shayna Baszler. And on a roll of 3, it is DEANNA charging into the corner. Shayna ducks out of the way, and DEANNA crashes face first into the ring post and tumbles out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And on the arena floor, it will be Shayna winning the brawl on the floor and hurling DEANNA PURRAZZO into the crowd. That is not going to draw much enthusiasm from the fans here in Cleveland. Shayna doesn't care. She's going to wait it out in the ring as DEANNA returns. And now it is the knee bar applied by Shayna Baszler. This is a submission move. The submission will take place on a roll of 3 or lower, but DEANNA is able to make her way back to the ropes and force the break of the hold. Shayna back in control here. Shayna now with a big power bomb, slamming DEANNA to the mat. DEANNA is hurt, slowly getting to her feet as Shayna tags LACEY back into the match. And as they come together, it is LACEY with a running neck breaker, spinning and dumping DEANNA onto the back of her head. DEANNA really could use a tag here to Madison Rayne, but LACEY's on her with a snapmare and a big seated drop kick. Good athletic move there by LACEY. Very good athlete for her size and power is LACEY Ryan. DEANNA still hurt, and LACEY is on her again with another running neck breaker, and that is going to open the door for a possible double team here by the Pure Fusion Collective as we go to our double team chart. And oh, it's going to be a good one, a devastating double team move that fits the style of your tag team, and that is going to cost DEANNA another point of fatigue, and that is going to bring Shayna into the ring on level 3 offense. Shayna with a chance to put the finish on DEANNA here, and she is going to go for a corner splash instead. This is a choice H maneuver. So her options are death jump A or flying elbow drop agility. That would be a 6 or lower. She's going to go for the flying elbow drop, and on a roll of 5 she hits it. She nails the flying elbow drop, and she's going to go for a cover. The pin roll here is 5, and on a roll of 8, DEANNA is able to kick out. But that is going to be 3 points of fatigue on DEANNA, and we are going to see Madison Rayne now attempt some interference on behalf of her partner. We go to the tag team interference chart as Madison Rayne hits the ring, and on a roll of 6, the referee puts LACEY Ryan out of the ring, and that enables DEANNA to get to her feet, and she is going to have an opportunity here to come back at Shayna on level 2 offense. So DEANNA with a chance to do something. She goes with a headbutt. Shayna is dazed, but that is all DEANNA needs to make the tag and bring Madison Rayne into the match legally for the first time. Madison Rayne now in control, tries a forearm smash, but that's a power move, and Shayna has the power advantage. So Shayna is going to absorb that, and she's going to take Madison down with a waistlock. Shayna working some riding time on the mat, and now as Madison gets to her feet, Shayna is not going to let Madison make that run to the ropes. Instead, it is going to be Shayna taking Madison into a challenge for a test of strength, and Madison's not going to fall for that either. And instead, it is going to be Madison with a dropkick that stuns Shayna. Well played there by Madison Rayne, taking advantage of her agility and not getting drawn into a power battle against the strongest lady in this match. Madison now with a boot to the head. Shayna shaken up by that, still trying to get up to one knee. Madison's on her with a face breaker knee smash. But Shayna powers her way out of that move, and Shayna on the reversal comes back instead, and she is going to attempt a back suplex. She'll need 8 or lower to hit the back suplex, and she got her up, over, and down to the canvas hard, and Madison Rayne is down. Shayna now with a chance. She's going to go for an arm bar. This is another submission hold, but on a roll of 7, Madison is able to get free from the arm bar, and the match continues with Shayna in control, and now Shayna is going to pitch Madison Rayne out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Both these ladies are B-rated brawlers, and on a roll of 11, that's going to be bad for Madison Rayne as Shayna puts her into a backdrop onto the announcer's table, and this may result in a countout. The countout roll here is 4, and on a roll of 12, Madison makes it back into the ring. It's going to be a double team attempt now for the Pure Fusion Collective. And here we go again, another successful double team move, a devastating double team move at that. That puts the 3rd point of fatigue on Madison. LACEY is now in the ring and in control. Let's see what she's got. And she is going to go for a running knee smash that stuns Madison Rayne. LACEY maintaining the advantage. Now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Madison Rayne, and on a roll of 11, it is an incredible neck-breaking clothesline delivered by Lacey Ryan. That just about took Madison's head all the way to Toledo. Lacey now in control. Back to the running knee smash, and Madison is down. Another double team opportunity here for the collective, and now it is a deadly face-first double suplex and a cover. The pin roll here is 6. DEANNA is going to try a pin save and is unable to get there. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3. Your winners. In a flawless victory, the team of the Pure Fusion Collective, Lacey Ryan and Shayna Baszler, with the victory as Madison Rayne tastes defeat at the hands of a double team face first suplex. So give the victory to Lacey Ryan, Madison Rayne tasting defeat. A successful debut for the Pure Fusion Collective here in Heartland Championship Wrestling. All right, updates from the chat room. Lacey is in velvet. Shayna is also in velvet, as is Madison Rayne. So you've got quite a good collection of talent from the ladies roster in Velvet Wrestling. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our following contest is going to be a no disqualification grudge match. Former tag team partners. This alliance did not work out for them as they were unable to earn gold in their Heartland Ladies Tag Team tenure. The following contest is a grudge match. No disqualification. It is scheduled for one fall to a finish. No audio, says Neely Bob. It looks like things on this end should be working. I've got the mic on. I've got a good connection, and I've got according to the OBS, I'm getting audio. Anybody else having audio trouble, please let me know. If you're in the chat room, looks like we've got 5 viewers at the moment. So somebody else give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you cannot hear me. And of course, if you can't hear me, then I hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Tribe fans. So perhaps Neely Bob needs to plug his speakers back in, clean the wax out of his ears, whatever the case may be. Thank you, Kathy, for the heads up. So yeah, following contest is a no disqualification grudge match. Introducing first out of Rutland, Massachusetts, standing at 5 foot even, weighing 140 pounds. This is DAVIENNE, and her opponent and former tag team partner hails from Boston, Massachusetts, at 5 foot 8. Weighing 130 pounds, this is Ava Everett. So yeah, former tag team partners, these two. And apparently this goes back to their independent wrestling roots, because both of these ladies have mechanics that are specific to when they wrestle each other. And I have been wanting to pit these two against each other and see what happens with these mechanics. And we'll say that there is a potential singles contract on the line as this tag team has run its course. And as you can see, we have plenty of new tag team talents available. Ashley Lane and DEANNA PURRAZZO came in as team hottest free agents. They had a run several years ago in Heartland Ladies Wrestling. And the team of Lacey Ryan and Shayna Baszler, brand new to Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Hello, D. Scott Howard, and welcome to this evening's broadcast. So let's get it on. Ava Everett versus DAVIENNE. Former tag team partners, in the opening initiative role goes to Ava. And Ava comes out with a hair pull and just takes DAVIENNE right down to the canvas. DAVIENNE gets right back up. And Ava is on her now with a head crank. A head crank does not sound like a pleasant thing to do to one's head. And now Ava is going to go right to a cutter. And DAVIENNE is hurt. Ava, the more athletic of the two, DAVIENNE with the power advantage. And Ava now with another cutter. And DAVIENNE is again getting back to her feet. Now a snap suplex attempted by Ava Everett. This is a choice C maneuver. So she will have 9 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 10, Ava is unable to execute the snap suplex. DAVIENNE powers out. And it is DAVIENNE coming back with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ava. And on a roll of 6, that is the drop down and go the other way. And on a roll of 4, that is DAVIENNE, unfortunately, setting her head too soon. That allows Ava to come off the ropes, catch DAVIENNE, and dump her with a DDT. DDT applied by Ava Everett. She now is in control, and she's going to go for the Fisherman's Neck Breaker. This is her finishing move, the pinroll here, 4 or lower. And on a roll of 7, DAVIENNE able to kick out as we welcome Z Dufferman. Z Dufferman, or it's, Z Dufferman. I don't know if that's because you're a lousy golfer or what that is. I believe this is the first time I recognize seeing you in the chat room, but certainly welcome. Welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. Ava Everett now in control, and Eat My Shorts is her move, and DAVIENNE is hurt. I'm not sure what Eat My Shorts is, but we'll have to go figure that out from some of our resources. But now it is Ava coming back with another attempt at a snap suplex. This time she gets her over and down, and Ava has got DAVIENNE stunned once again. Ava now going to try that move once again, and on a roll of 11, it is out of the range. So DAVIENNE again able to avoid the snap suplex, and now Ava is taken down by DAVIENNE with a spear. Big spear by DAVIENNE. She is now in control. Back suplex, up, over, and down to the canvas goes Ava. DAVIENNE with another back suplex. Will she go for the trifecta? No, she is going to go for a ripcord clothesline. She got all of that one. She's going to go for the cover on her former partner, but on a roll of 11, it is Ava kicking out. And now DAVIENNE is going to pitch Ava Everett out of the ring, and here we go. Ava Everett with the advantage on the arena floor. But on a roll of 12, that is DAVIENNE doing her damage. And with a diving clothesline off of the ring apron, we could see a count out here on a roll of 4. But on a roll of 11, Ava is back into the ring and ready for more. DAVIENNE ready and waiting with a Boston Crab, got her over. The Boston Crab, both of these two ladies native to the Boston area. Ava trapped in the crab. Will she be forced to submit? And on a roll of 6, she barely makes her way to the bottom rope, forcing the hold to be broken. And DAVIENNE is now in control big time. A corner splash coming up. This is a choice G maneuver. Choice G. So she can either use a power rating of 8 or lower, or a death jump roll. And she's going to go for broke and go for the death jump roll, is DAVIENNE in this grudge match situation. And on a roll of 9, death jump B9, that is a hit. She got all of that splash. And Ava is down once again. And now the Kryptonite Crunch from DAVIENNE. Ava slowly staggering to her feet. The passion between these two women is driving them both to dig deep. And now it is DAVIENNE with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Ava Everett, and on a roll of 7, it is a big kick by DAVIENNE that stuns Ava. DAVIENNE back in control. DAVIENNE now with another ripcord clothesline, and that is going to take Ava Everett out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Back to the arena floor we go, and it is going to be Ava Everett starting some shenanigans on the arena floor. We go to our out of the ring again booklet, or our out of the ring chart. Chaos perpetrated by Ava Everett, and on a roll of 4, it is going to be Ava securing a table at ringside. What is she going to do? Oh, but on a roll of 2, Eva tries to set up the table, but Davienne comes out and attacks her. So the table is not set up, and instead we go back to the standard out of the ring roll, and it is Eva Everett who is able to win the brawl on the arena floor and drop Davienne face first onto the steel security railing. Eva Everett now in control, coming back from the brink of defeat. And it is Eva now with the Eat My Shorts once again. Davienne not too fond of Eva and her shorts. Eva follows that up with a big super kick out of nowhere. And Davienne is stunned. Eva follows that up with a cutter, and Davienne is down. Can Eva hit a finisher here? She goes to the Dragon Sleeper and puts Davienne back down onto the canvas. Davienne will not submit, although the Dragon Sleeper has been applied. The Dragon Sleeper continues to be applied. Davienne finally rolls out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And now it is Davienne who is going to start some shenanigans on the arena floor. And it is going to be Davienne initiating a wild brawl. A wild brawl is going on. Both ladies will have to roll a gut check. And it is Davienne who wins the gut check roll. That is going to cost Eva another point of fatigue and a potential count out or a potential double count out. Eva will not be able to be counted out. Davienne will not be counted out. And as they get back into the ring, it is Davienne in control, and here's a sit-out lung blower that stuns Eva Everett. Eva in trouble here. Davienne now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Eva Everett. She eats a running back elbow. Davienne still in control now with another ripcord clothesline. Eva going out of the ring yet again. And on the arena floor, it is Eva who grabs Davienne and pile drives Davienne onto the ring steps. Wow, this match is out of control for both of these ladies. Eva Everett now in control, a reverse DDT. Dumps Davienne onto the back of her head. Eva following that up with another attempt at a snap suplex. Couldn't get her over. Davienne now in control with a running kick into the corner. Eva dodges that one, and it is Eva with a standing blockbuster. Davienne now is hurt. Eva back in control with a super kick. She got all of that one, and now Davienne is going to go out of the ring, but Eva is going to win the brawl and drop Davienne stomach first across the steel security railing. Eva Everett now in control. Out of the ring we go again. Once per match, Eva can use the Ace Crusher on the apron. That is an add 1, and that's going to leave a mark. Davienne is down. Eva now goes to the Dragon Sleeper. Can she put her away here? On a roll of 9, Davienne is able to survive. Eva keeping on the pressure. And here's the Fisherman Neckbreaker. That's her finisher. The pin roll here is 7. And on a roll of 8, Davienne just able to kick out. This is an incredible match. Both ladies now at 4 fatigue tokens. Eva Everett, out of the ring we go once again. And down to the arena floor. And this time Eva again is going to win the brawl with a DDT onto the concrete floor. Wow, what an ugly move that was, and Davienne is going to be unable to continue. Eva Everett with a DDT onto the arena floor, and Davienne has been knocked unconscious. Your winner of this match and of this feud is Eva Everett. So Eva will have the opportunity to stick around Heartland Ladies Wrestling for potentially a singles run, as we will say goodbye to Davienne. Thanks for coming. So yeah, good grudge match between those two ladies from the Northeast U.S. independent scene. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our 2 title matches of the evening. Wild match indeed. Here's an update from Tribe Fan. Dufferman may be a reference to the old Bart Simpson phrase. Okay. Yeah, I did not follow the Simpsons closely enough to have recognized that reference. But certainly, Dufferman, we're glad to have you here. And now I have another cultural lesson that I need to check up on. All right, and now it is time for our first title match of the evening. Our championship dice will be in play for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This match is for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, your former tag team champions. Coming to the ring from Clearwater, Florida, she stands at 5'5" and weighs 156 pounds. This is Big Swole. And her opponent hails from Brick City. She stands at 5'4" and weighs 147 pounds. This is TASHA STEELZ. So yeah, TASHA and SWOLE dominated tag team wrestling in Heartland Ladies Wrestling throughout 2025 until the final show of the year, when they lost their titles to your reigning and defending Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions. Coming to the ring first out of Lisbon, Portugal. She stands at 5'5". She weighs 128 pounds. This is Killer Kelly. And her tag team partner hails from Moscow, Russia. Standing at 5'3", weighing 136 pounds. This is MASHA SLAMOVICH. So MASHA SLAMOVICH, Killer Kelly, collectively known as MK Ultra, to take on TASHA STEELZ and Big Swole in a rematch for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. And as we come to the center of the ring, it will be MASHA SLAMOVICH and TASHA STEELZ to start things off in this match. And the opening initiative roll goes to TASHA STEELZ. TASHA in control as they come together, and she goes with an arm twist. Got the arm twisted, got the arm controlled. MASHA still on her feet as TASHA attempts to follow that up with a series of boxing jabs. And oh, she got a good shot in there. But MASHA SLAMOVICH does not go down. Keeping her feet is MASHA. It's MASHA versus TASHA. But it is TASHA STEELZ in control now with another series of boxing jabs. And MASHA still will not go down. As the pummeling continues, and now MASHA takes a step backwards as TASHA caught her with another one. And now it is a pump kick from TASHA STEELZ that staggers MASHA and sends her back into the ropes. TASHA STEELZ stays on her with another soccer kick. And now it's going to be a double team opportunity for the challengers. But on a roll of 12, that is going to be a botch. You hold the opponent while your partner tries to jump off the turnbuckle with a deadly elbow smash, but the opponent ducks. MASHA SLAMOVICH ducking out of the way. Collision between the challengers. Cover on TASHA STEELZ. And on a roll of 5, TASHA is forced to kick out. Big Swole being put out of the ring. MASHA SLAMOVICH now in control. And it is MASHA who is going to pitch TASHA STEELZ out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Both these two are A-rated brawlers. And on a roll of 8, MASHA SLAMOVICH is going to win that brawl with a slam of the head of TASHA into the ring post. So TASHA now stunned by that as she rolls back into the ring. And MASHA SLAMOVICH now in control. And she's going to go for a rear naked choke. This is a choice G maneuver. She needs 10 or lower to complete the rear naked choke. She's got the rear naked choke applied. Will we see a submission here? We will not, as TASHA is able to get her leg over the bottom rope. The match continues, but TASHA is in big trouble here. And MASHA now is going to go for a double team. Will the champions. And now it is a running forearm smash delivered by Killer Kelly that stuns TASHA STEELZ. Killer Kelly now in the ring and in control for the champions. And she goes right to a hesitation basement dropkick. And Tasha again is stunned. Tasha could really use a tag here. As Killer Kelly stays on her, and now Killer Kelly is going to hurl Tasha out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And this time it is Tasha. Tasha STEELZ winning the brawl with a diving clothesline off of the ring apron. Killer Kelly tried to keep Tasha on the apron, and Tasha nailed her. Tasha now in control with a chance to do some damage here. She goes for the Okur, the cutter. She's going to go for the pin here. The pin roll is 3, and on a roll of 5, Killer Kelly able to kick out. Double team opportunity again for the champions. For the challengers. Let's hope it works better this time. And on a roll of 10, it is a deadly elbow smash delivered by Big Swole. And Big Swole is able to enter the ring legally now and take control against Killer Kelly. Big Swole now with a series of palm strikes. Killer Kelly getting to her feet slowly. Swole stays on her with more of the palm strikes, and now Killer Kelly is going to fire right back. What's she going to do? She's going to grab Big Swole and attempt a mule kick. But that is an agility move, and Big Swole with the advantage in the agility. Big Swole, the most athletic woman in the match, is able to dodge that, and it is Big Swole coming back, with a headbutt that just knocked the stuffings out of Killer Kelly. That is an add 1 move. And by virtue of that headbutt, now Killer Kelly is stunned. Swole stays on her. Another big headbutt. And another point of fatigue. And I believe now Killer Kelly's got potentially a bloody nose forming from those 2 headbutts. MASHA SLAMOVICH needs to take action here as we've hit 3 points of fatigue. And on a roll of 8, it is the referee putting MASHA SLAMOVICH out of the ring. But Killer Kelly able to recover a little bit as Big Swole stays on her. Now on level 2 offense is Big Swole with a uppercut. And Killer Kelly blocks the uppercut. And Killer Kelly fires back with a fisherman suplex. Killer Kelly going for the cover here. And Big Swole able to kick out. And Kelly now is going to tag in MASHA SLAMOVICH. So MASHA now coming in with the advantage against Big Swole. And she's going to go back to the rear naked choke. That will either be a death jump B roll or a 7 or lower. She's going to go for the death jump. And on a roll of 10, that was a bad idea. That's the agility struggle. Big Swole, the more agile of the 2 women, knocks MASHA off the top turnbuckle. And Big Swole now is in control. She's going to go with a hanging guillotine, weakening MASHA. Swole comes back at her, whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes MASHA. And on a roll of 10, that is the better ropes rating wins. Big Swole with the better ropes rating. And on the running double clothesline, Big Swole will be first to her feet. Charles H. 6190 is here. Good to see you, Charles, my friend. And now it is Big Swole with the dirty dancing, that spinning clothesline. She's going to go for the cover. And on a roll of 7, MASHA able to kick out. Championship on the line here in Cleveland. And now it is the hanging guillotine once again from Big Swole. MASHA making her way out of that hold. And finally able to get to her feet. As the referee brings the ladies back together in the center of the ring, and it is MASHA now attempting a full Nelson. Big Swole kind of got her arms tangled up. Can she make the tag? Yes, she can. Tasha STEELZ now into the match. Tasha and MASHA at it once again, and it is Tasha STEELZ attempting a jawbreaker. That's a power move. That's going to have no effect whatsoever on MASHA SLAMOVICH, and instead, SLAMOVICH is going to attempt a spinning back fist. She will need a roll of 9 or lower to hit that, and on a roll of 6, she got all of it. And Tasha is hurt. SLAMOVICH now back in control and going for a whip to the turnbuckle. Tasha STEELZ coming off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 6, that is a reversal. She sends MASHA SLAMOVICH into the turnbuckle, and MASHA eats a big kick from Tasha STEELZ. Tasha back in control with a swinging neck breaker that dumps MASHA SLAMOVICH onto the back of her head. Big Swole, now the fresher member of that team, tags back into the match, and it is Swole with a series of palm strikes, and she takes MASHA down with those palm strikes. And now Swole going back to the dirty dancing, that running spinning clothesline. The pin roll here 6 or lower. Kelly's going to have to attempt a pin save. She's not able to get there. And on a roll of 6 or lower, we're going to have new champions. Oh, but MASHA just got her foot over the bottom rope ahead of the pinfall. Big Swole still in control. The champions have used all of their pin save attempts. And now it is going to be Swole going up for the death jump. And on a roll of 6, it is Big Swole who nails a flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle. Double team opportunity for the challengers. On a roll of 5, it's a devastating double team move. Another point of fatigue added to MASHA SLAMOVICH. Tasha, now the legal challenger in the ring, is going to go for a crucifix bomb. She didn't get all of it. MASHA slowly getting to her feet. Tasha stays on her. Tasha now with a swinging neck breaker. Down goes MASHA. MASHA getting to her feet. Tasha STEELZ again. Now is not going to go for the whip to the turnbuckle. She's going to roll up instead and attempt a code breaker. She will need a roll of 8 or lower to hit the code breaker. And on a roll of 6, she got her down. And MASHA is still hurt. Another double team opportunity for the challengers. And this time another devastating double team move and another point of fatigue suffered by MASHA SLAMOVICH. Big Swole, now the legal competitor in the ring for the challengers. She is going to go for a death jump. Off the top rope comes Big Swole, and on a roll of 7, she nails a double axe handle off of the top turnbuckle. Big Swole now in control. The Texas Cloverleaf has been applied. Submission hold attempted. MASHA crawling her way over to the ropes. Will not submit. She gets to her feet. Another palm strike from Big Swole puts MASHA right back down on her keister. I guess that's what they call it in Russia. And now it is Big Swole going up for yet another death jump attempt. And yet another success as Big Swole hits a missile drop kick off of the top rope onto MASHA. Big Swole now goes for that dirty dancing. She's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 9, and on a roll of 9, she got her. Wow. A very solid tag team match. All 4 women performed very well, but we have new tag team champions once again. It's hard to call them new champions, but they have regained now for the 3rd time the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. As MASHA takes the fall, it was Big Swole with the dirty dancing that got the pinfall and regained the titles for the former champions, now 3-time title holders, the team of Tasha STEELZ and Big Swole. All right, so new champions crowned in that match. As Christopher Slovic is now joining us. Thank you, Christopher, for tuning in as well, and thank you for the kind words. Gosh, lots of familiar faces back on the channel here tonight. And Charles, it is good to see you. I'm curious, Charles, and I'm curious everybody, who might be coming to IndyCon in April in Northeast Indiana. I am planning to make the trip. Charles, I believe you were there last year. Anybody else from the Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan area? Always great to be together at IndyCon 2026. Looking forward to that occasion. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, with a 60-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. Christopher Slovic will be at IndyCon. Charles will be at IndyCon. Tribe Fan has not even heard of IndyCon. It's in Auburn, Indiana, not far away from the Fort Wayne area, not far away from Notre Dame University. And perhaps in the if somebody in the comments, or perhaps I will post in the comments the link to the IndyCon website. It's sponsored by Sports Sim Magazine. So if you're on Facebook and you look up Sports Sim Magazine, St. Patrick owns that web page, and St. Patrick is the leader of the IndyCon weekend. So if you can get to Facebook and get to Sports Sim Magazine, you'll learn the details about IndyCon. And if not, I will post some details myself at the time of the once I finish up here, I will post the IndyCon link in the description of the video. All right, and now because it would be great to see some of the Upper Midwest folks for that get together. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for your main event. As Captain Carl weighs in, congratulations to the new tag champs. Great to see you here, Captain Carl. Introducing first the challenger. She stands at 5'2", weighing 160 pounds, out of Austin, Texas. This is the Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace, former Heartland Ladies Heavyweight Champion. And her opponent is your current reigning and defending Heartland Ladies Champion out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. She stands at 5'3". She weighs 122 pounds. This is Portia Perez. Definitely an upset when Portia Perez took the title from Jordynne Grace back in December. And here we are just 3 weeks later with the rematch. We saw how the first rematch worked out for the former champions. Congratulations to TASHA and SWOLE for regaining their titles. Let's see if Portia can hold on to the titles here, as is Portia indeed getting the opening initiative role. And she starts off with an attempt at a neck breaker. That's a power move. That ain't going to happen. Jordynne Grace takes over and immediately nails Portia Perez with a pounce. And Portia Perez is down. Jordynne immediately goes for the cover, making a statement here, but Portia is able to kick out. Now an Argentine power bomb executed by Jordynne Grace, already going with the high impact moves, trying to weaken her smaller opponent. Jordynne now comes back with the Ganyasuke clutch. This is a choice E maneuver. She will need a roll of 7 or lower to complete that. And on a roll of 8, Portia works her way free. And it is Portia coming back with a, not going to go for the whip to the turnbuckle. Instead, she is going to go for a kick to the midsection. Kick to the midsection executed there. Both ladies now on their feet. And as they come together, it is Jordynne with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Portia Perez, and on a roll of 8, it is a big kick from Jordynne Grace that stuns Portia. Jordynne back in control, going up for the torture rack, but Portia slips out the back door of that one, and instead it is Portia with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Jordynne Grace, and on a roll of 6, that's the drop down and go the other way. And on a roll of 7, that is a running back elbow executed by Portia Perez that stuns Jordynne Grace. Portia Perez now back in control with a quick drop kick, and that puts Jordynne on her back. Jordynne is down. Portia with a chance to do something here. She hits a spinning heel kick. Jordynne dodges that. Jordynne getting to her feet. And as they come together, it is Jordynne with a big body slam, but Portia able to slip away from that and get back to her feet. Multiple reversals here by both ladies. They come together in the center of the ring, and a good old-fashioned hair pull takedown executed by Portia Perez. Jordynne not happy with that at all, and it is Jordynne with another attempt at a body slam and another duck under and go behind by Portia to avoid that. Portia back in control here, cannot get Jordynne Grace down to the mat, and it is Jordynne now instead with a hip attack. that stuns Portia. Portia staggers back out to the center of the ring. Jordan is waiting with another hip attack. And Portia gets bounced back into the turnbuckle. The crowd getting a kick out of this as Jordan is delivering the hip attacks. Portia keeps bouncing back, and Jordan's ready with another hip attack. And now another hip attack delivered, and this time Portia goes down and stays down. It's trouble in paradise here for Portia Perez. Jordynne Grace now goes for the fall from Grace, and Portia is hurt. Jordan stays on her on the offense, going for a big bear hug. Portia not getting out of that bear hug anytime soon. Jordan follows that up with yet another hip attack, and Portia is back on her tail on the mat. Jordan now bragging that she has the best hip attack in the business, as now it is Jordan coming off with a pounce. And out of the ring and down to the arena floor goes Portia Perez. This may be to Portia's advantage. She used this to her advantage in their last match. And on a roll of 9, that ain't going to happen. Jordan is going to win the brawl on the arena floor with an Irish whip into the ring steps. And Portia is stunned. What's Jordan going to do now? Another fall from Grace as they come back into the ring. Jordan maintains the attack with another attempt at a bear hug. And again, it is Portia ducking under that and going behind and coming back with a big kick to the midsection. Jordan now doubled over. Portia on the attack with an eye rake. Oh, the referee has given Portia all kinds of grief about that eye rake. Jordan is not happy. Jordan comes right back at her, hoists her up and back into the torture rack. Torture rack applied. Portia not liking that. And now it is Jordan converting that torture rack into a Michinoku driver, and down to the canvas goes Portia. Jordan is going to go for the cover, and on a roll of 8, Portia able to kick out. Jordynne Grace now in control. A muscle buster. Portia hits the mat hard, rolls over, gets to one knee. And Jordan with another Michinoku driver, and this time Portia goes down and stays down. Jordynne Grace now in control, going up for a death jump. Jordynne Grace fixing to come off the top rope, but on a roll of 4, it is Portia Perez who gets to her feet first, and she hits the top rope, and that causes Jordan to stumble off of the top turnbuckle and down to the mat. Jordynne Grace is now down. Portia in control. Out of the ring we go once again. And on the arena floor this time, it is Portia who wins the brawl on the arena floor with a drop kick over the security railing. We may see a count out here on Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 11, Jordan able to make it back into the ring. Portia is now in control, and Portia now with a just face lock. She cannot force the submission with that, but she maintains control now with another blatant chokehold. Referee again putting the count on Portia. Portia absolutely no regard to the rules. They come together again, Jordan with a snapmare. Jordan follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Portia Perez, and on a roll of 10, that is the power roll. So as they come together, Jordynne Grace, the more powerful of the two athletes, knocks Portia down to the canvas with a running shoulder block. And now Portia goes back up to her feet, and Jordan with another Michinoku driver has her down to the mat and goes for the cover. Jordan not able to keep the cover. And now we've got Portia's tag team partner, Nicole Matthews, at ringside. She is coming in for the outside interference. Your ally attacks the opponent and a brawl results. Roll disqualification 4, and on a roll of 3, that is a disqualification. Wow, no surprise there, as Jordynne Grace had Portia Perez just about beat, and Nicole Matthews comes in and starts the brawl and causes the disqualification. And now it is Jordynne Grace and Nicole Matthews mixing it up on the arena floor. This is going to turn into a grudge match situation, as it is Nicole Matthews who dominates the brawl on the arena floor. and Nicole and Portia team up to backdrop Jordynne Grace through the announcer's table and leave her laying. So plenty of bad blood here in tonight's main event. Jordynne Grace laid out by the combined efforts of the Canadian Ninjas. But that match ended in a disqualification. The decision awarded to Jordynne Grace, meaning that Jordynne is still the #1 contender. And Jordynne Grace will get another rematch against Portia Perez under no disqualification rules. All right, that will wrap things up for tonight. Great crowd here tonight. Thank you to everybody who came in. Captain Carl was with us. Christopher Slovic, Tribe Fan 879, Charles Helms, Neely Bob, of course, Z Dufferman, D. Scott Howard, Kathy Evans, Miho Burns, and I think we got everybody. So thank you all for coming out for tonight's Heartland Ladies Wrestling action. Congratulations to new tag team champions, TASHA, STEELZ, and Big Swole. And the main event, of course, ending in controversy with Jordynne Grace on the receiving end of a double team beating by Portia Perez and her tag team partner Nicole Matthews. Neely Bob calling for a cage match. And that's actually a good idea. I thought about that because that would prevent Nicole Matthews from interfering. And we will submit that to the Heartland Ladies Wrestling Commissioner Cheerleader Melissa for her official decision that will be announced at our next Heartland Ladies Wrestling house show. So thank you, and good night to everyone. A pleasure to be with you all tonight. That's our stream, and I am out of here.